Hello, I want to say good morning and welcome to the channel, but it's anything but that. Today's been one of those days. It was due really. This trip has gone so well so far, but well, I left my hotel in Krakow at 4:30, maybe a bit earlier this morning. Got to the airport, got ready for my flight. My flight was meant to leave at 6:10 a.m. Getting into Hamburg to get the bus at about 8:30 a.m. to get to the resort for 9:30, 10 o'clock. But Poland had other ideas. It was foggy, completely foggy all morning, and obviously not ideal conditions for a pilot for flying. But the plane was boarded after a short delay. Just about to go on the runway, one plane went. Then there was one in front of us, then our plane. But no, apparently the conditions had worsened, it was too much. And so we ended up in that plane waiting for almost 5 hours. And yeah, got to Hamburg at about 1 p.m. or something. At that point I needed to find something to eat, recharge the batteries a bit, metaphorically and physically. My phone's been dying most of the day. And come up with a plan to get to Heide Park, because once you miss the bus to get to the park, it becomes a real hassle to be able to get here. So yeah, that's where I am now. It's ended up being quite a long walk, but I'm glad I've made it for daylight. It's 5 p.m. now, the park's open till 10 p.m. So yeah, I just need to sit down, have a quick think, again charge my phone a bit, because my priority is going to be getting a night ride or two, I think, on COLLOSUS and the Flight of the Demon wing coaster and Crake, hopefully. But yeah, we'll take it from there, see how we get on. The queues look really long today as well. It looks like we've got 60 to 90 minute waits for the big flagship roller coasters, but there may be single riders here. I've had a quick look, so I'm hoping for that, and hopefully get the big three done. But if not, I'm going to be here all day tomorrow, in which I think I'll blend the videos together again, and hopefully still make a good, worthwhile vlog to watch. And yeah, let's see what the day has in store. I don't really know what the layout is of the park. I believe there's a lake that the roller coasters are surrounded, that they go around the perimeter of. But I'm gonna stop talking, I'm gonna get in there, and I'll see you inside. Where were you when I needed you? It was a long walk from the train station to get to the park, and there's no Uber or anything here. But I'm going to turn the camera around. Yeah, one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to complain anymore about the journey and everything. It has been a pain, but that stops now. I need to get in there and really enjoy this evening, because it's something I wanted to do for a long while. And yeah, let's do this. First impressions are good. I think it's always nice coming into a retro style carousel like that. I've literally just walked in and gone to the service centre to drop my bag off though, so I can't give you too much of an indication yet. I haven't had any at Alton Towers, if anyone's been there. They have like sales people as soon as you go in, trying to sell you like TV passes and subscriptions, and this is owned by the same company, and I just think that's such a rubbish thing to do at a theme park, when you're there to enjoy and have sort of get immersed in the whole experience, and you're being offered TV subscriptions, and there's none of that here, at least. Like I said, being operated by the same company, I was worried about excessive advertising, but no, it's a nice little entrance. And it's also slightly strange to be at a theme park where there's other guests, because that hasn't been the case at any of my parks so far. Oh, Pennywise the Clown's turned up. Don't take the balloon. Oh, I must not have watched the film. Oh, nice.
Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you were meant for me. I'm madly in love with you.
first sighting of Colossus in the distance there. Can't wait to go over and give that a go. I believe that's the observation tower. Oh yeah, we've got Scream going up over there. I'm not actually sure what's taller, the observation tower or the drop tower. I think I'd like to go up the observation tower at least today, see if I can get some good views at night. We'll see how it works out. So I hope you're watching, Holly. That's my my little niece. She absolutely loves Peppa Pig, and we're going in to Peppa Pig Land. It's gonna be good. Where would you go first then, Holly? I'm liking the look of right over here. I think that's gonna be me in a second. The Peppa Pig Train Express. It's a walk on queue. I think it's the only walk on queue here. Yeah, get me on. Right, so I managed to find somewhere to charge my phone, so we're back in business. Life can go on as usual. But no, oh wait, here goes Desert Race, I think. Or Rita, the Queen of Speed, was Alton Towers fan. Yeah, I'm going to head over to Colossus. Obviously that's the main reason to visit the park. It's pretty good as the sun starts to set. So Colossus is quite interesting really, because it's an Intamin prefab roller coaster, which there's only 4 of, I believe, in the world. You've got Boulder at Liseberg, El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure that I've done, T-Express I believe in Korea, and of course we've got Colossus here. It actually looks a lot taller than 160 foot. It's quite impressive to watch just now. And what that means is that normally wooden roller coasters are constructed at the theme park with the wood that's supplied by the manufacturer. But that's not the case with these. They're actually sent off and laser cut so that it's not built at site, it's built at the factory and then sent to the park, and they basically put the roller coaster together like you would with Lego, like snapping it together if you like, and it gives it a really smooth ride. And some original sort of born and bred wooden roller coaster enthusiasts might not be so keen on that, because it doesn't always feel quite the same as a wooden roller coaster. It rides quite smoothly in comparison to others, and that's what I've heard with this, which I'm about to find out soon, hopefully. But yeah, really interested to give it a ride. It's showing a 90-minute queue still, but I have looked it up again, and apparently there is a single rider. Wow, they're sending this out quickly. And there's the flames. I don't know if you caught that on the here goes Colossus on the phone there. I'm going to stop talking because I want to just go over there and ride it now, so I'll catch you in a bit. A monster, it's absolutely huge. Quick look, and yeah, both queues look ridiculously long. I reckon at a guess the single ride is longer than the normal queue. So I'm going to go and do some of the other attractions. It looks like everyone's starting to head over here for their night rides. It looks like some of the others are starting to quieten down. So yeah, I'm sure I will do this before the night's out. It has to be done at night. And I don't think there's many people that can say their first ride on Colossus was in the pitch black. So yeah, I'll make a point to come back here. But for now, let's maybe head over to the Crake, the vertical drop roller coaster here, or perhaps like the Demon. I don't think I've made my mind up. Whatever happens, I'm going to get myself a ride on Crake. There is again a single rider. I'll check it out quickly, see what it looks like. Otherwise, just go on the normal one. And yeah, let you know my thoughts when I come up. I'll try and get some shots in the queue line and off the ride as well. Doggy. 2 line now for Crake. It's advertised on the board outside as a 90 to 120 minute wait, but online it's at 45 minutes. And yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all, so I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Depending on time, I'm going to go to Scream afterwards, the drop tower here, or the observation tower. I think I'd like to do one of them this evening. And then, yeah, as long as there's time for Colossus, I'll do as much as I can before that. "15 minutes into the queue and I feel like we're getting pretty close to the station now. So hopefully, there we go again. It's not going to be much longer before I get my first ride on Crake.
Da nicht mehr hin. Du kannst ja schreiben, ihr seid jetzt am Vertrag. Came off of my ride on Crake. You see it splashing behind me. Yeah, pretty standard dive coaster, short layout, but very enjoyable. I managed to get a back seat row, and because there's 3 rows, got pulled over that drop and got quite a bit of airtime there. So definitely
one of the better dive coasters for me actually, despite its short layout. And they seem to open the single rider just as I got towards the end of the ride, because I noticed a couple in a different line, and there he is, my headless friend. And yeah, so they got a bit lucky there because they seem to just walk straight on, but maybe they open it sometimes and then close it. Anyway, on to my next ride. Either Flight of the Demon in the background now, or the drop tower. We'll see what it's looking like. Hopped in the single rider queue this time. There seems to be only about 10 people in it, and the normal queue is about 90-minute wait. So let's see if it's as good as it looks, the queue. Just finished my first ride on the Flight of the Demon. It was brilliant, really great. I love the theming of it and everything, and seeing it at night makes it even better, I think. But I'm going to put it out there, probably the best wing roller coaster I've ever done. Much better than Swarm at Fort Park. Don't know how you can even compare the two. Awesome air time, 5 fantastic inversions with good hang time, all smooth, and a thoughtful first drop like you're just going to see now. And I shared in the single rider line with a guy that's been on this loads. He said it's his favourite ride of the park, even better than Colossus. And I can see why, even though I haven't been on Colossus. Brilliant ride. Let's go ride Scream and then get on Colossus. Great atmosphere in this part of the park, with Scream towering over everything. Bring it on. They've done really well here with the lighting and everything. It looks fantastic at night, this park. Maybe a rubbish roller coaster, but it's very photogenic. For the normal queue on Colossus, the ride says it's approximately 90 to 120 minutes. So yeah, we'll just wait, see what happens. The single rider looks ridiculous, and I'll catch you when I get off. So this is the single rider queue. Can't quite make it out. But yeah, it goes all the way up around to the station. It's going to take forever.
Also ich schaffe es echt 2000. 20.000, Entschuldigung.
There now, I'll tell you one thing, this thing is running ridiculously fast. Watching it over the first airtime hill, it looks like it's almost going to come off the tracks. End of the day. I'm the last one out of the station on Colossus. My phone's about to run out of charge, so I'll update you properly in a bit. But we loved it so much. We were shouting and screaming. We were the last train. We got back in the station, just cheering. They said, right, you're going again. We got one last lap, and they didn't have to do that one. Awesome park, such a good thing to do. And yeah, I'll update you properly when I get outside or get back to my hotel. Yeah, so just walking away from it now. first thoughts are, you know, 3 goes, which I'm incredibly lucky to have considering it's a 2-hour queue just for 1 go. I don't think it's going to be a top 10 roller coaster for me. There wasn't enough intensity, wasn't enough airtime. There's a lot of floater airtime, but just nothing special. Oh, okay, and breathe. I've probably put in that last clip, me just talking about the park and the day before my phone completely died. There's so many interesting things that happened in that last half an hour to an hour at the park. I queued for Colossus about 90 minutes. No, it's 2 hours in the end, because I've heard that sitting on the front is best because you get like really good ejector airtime and that. So yeah, that took an extra 20 minutes or so. And I think I was probably the 3rd from last train after having waited for the front row. It must have been about 9:30. Rides close at 9, it says, but the park closes at 10. So I think the queues get shut off at 9, and the guests finish riding, and then they close it for the day. And so I had my ride, came back round, because they were running 2 trains. So the other train went with a full load, and then we came round and there was about 8 people waiting. And so we got off the train and they let whoever wanted to stay on the train, and they added the extra 8 people, which was already fantastic, you know. So I thought, great, an extra ride on Colossus. Didn't meet my expectations on the first go, because the ejector airtime, it was there, but nothing like Hyperion, which I went on at Energy Landed, which was just in another level from anything I've been on. But yeah, so we went again, and this was more towards the back. I managed to grab a seat, and actually it made the first drop a bit more forceful, and probably enjoyed it more towards the back actually. Nice, and they didn't really pin your restraints down either. Just just gave it a tug, made sure that you're just about secure. But no, it was good. They didn't staple you down. And anyway, that's when the fun really began, because we came out of the station, you know, we were definitely the last train of the day. We were all cheering, and they were chanting something in German. No idea what that was. But anyway, yeah, we went round, hit the brake run, everyone clapping, applauding, absolutely loved it. And we got into the station, and the staff just sort of stood like this as we were all shouting and screaming still. And I think they realised at that point we weren't going to get out of the train. And from what I made out of it in German, I asked the girl next to me, because she spoke a bit of English, she seemed to what he was saying, but she couldn't translate it very well. But basically he said like, "Ein more go," or something. I was like, "Yeah, come on, let's go." And it was the biggest cheer I've ever heard on a roller coaster when he sort of hit the green button again, and we went for one last sort of parade lap. And yeah, it's just fantastic that, especially a Merlin, big business as they are, to still have such good interaction with the guests and make it special for them. Because, like I say, it's not a top 10 roller coaster, but that's a top, memory from any theme park for me. Just had a great time, and that wasn't the end of the fun anyway. So we done that, got out, and it was almost 10 o'clock, so definitely you're not getting on a ride at that point, 9 o'clock is when the queue cut-off is. But I was sort of just looking over the park. I wanted to take some videos, but of course my phone was dead, so I couldn't. I saw the observation tower was at the top and spinning still. I thought, that's strange, like no other rides are going. And anyway, it went back down. I thought I'd poke my head and have a nose. And there's this sort of really old German staff member who like a big moustache, and just you could tell he's kind of a quirky guy. And it seemed like he just wanted to go up and down the tower all day, and he sort of welcomed me in. So I went into the observation tower, and everyone was cheering in there as well. And they'd been going up and down who knows how long, but he said, "Everyone, you want to up again?" And I sort of went, yeah, I guess. And so we done that, and all they were loving it, the Germans. Again, I couldn't understand too much of what they were saying. But yeah, that was brilliant. Just such a good atmosphere, such friendly staff, and sort of willing to help. And I won't go into the last thing that happened too much, but basically my phone was out of charge, and where I'm staying is about a 45-minute walk away. And after today's events, I was absolutely shattered and needed a taxi, really. I had all my luggage with me as well. And I asked the guys there because my phone was out of charge, and Heide Park's quite out in the countryside, so it's quite difficult to get a taxi. Whether there would have been one or not, I don't know, but they gave me a card with a taxi service on, and there was a big sort of group, older family that definitely smelled strongly of alcohol, I realised after talking to them. But I said, would you mind ringing this taxi service for me and seeing if they can send someone to pick me up? It's only, 4-5 minute drive. And they're, okay, we'll do this. And she rang the taxi. And anyway, they're going on and all arguing between them about what was happening. And then she sort of put the phone down and said, they say 1 hour and a half till they pick you up. That's not right. We take you to your accommodation. I sort of thought, part of me thought, I hope it's not her that's driving, because she's obviously had a bit of a skinful. Anyway, I sort of said, okay, okay. And turn around, and he opens this brand new sort of AMG Mercedes, and beautiful car, and really nice chap who was driving it, obviously completely sensible. And took me back to my accommodation whilst being questioned about why I'm here and everything on the way. That's enough of all that. I hope some people find stuff like that interesting. I do. I love hearing about stories about theme parks, what made it a good day. It's not about the roller coaster. It is about the roller coasters. That's obviously why I come. But it's about these things that happen. And great day. After it could have been a really miserable day, to be honest, after what had happened today. I was travelling for 12 hours pretty much, just from Poland to Germany, which shouldn't take long at all. But yeah, that made everything worthwhile. And just a quick one before I sign off. This is actually, let's see if I can bring you a bit closer. Take it off charge. This is actually hand painted on the wall. There's I got chatting to the guy in the reception here. Obviously that's very impressive and everything, but it wasn't that grabbed my attention first. In the reception, they've got a massive sort of canvas of Heide Park and COLLOSUS and the SLC they've got here, and what's it called? The drop tower they've got, Scream, which I didn't get to go on in the end today. I'll go on that tomorrow. But I'll add some footage of that to the end of this video. I'll get it in the morning. I'll stick it on, and I'll probably make this just one video because it's been such a great evening. I want to remember this as, a day in itself. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe. There's going to be plenty more theme parks coming up. And give it a like and share it where you can. Okay, cheers. See you for now.